Hello, grade 2. Do you remember when we learned about verb tenses? A tense tells the time when something happens. Today we're gonna learn about the past and the future tenses. What do we mean by past tense? If something happened in the past, it means it happened before now. I played football with my friends. The verb played shows me that something happened before now. We helped our teacher yesterday. If you look at the verb helped, you can see that it happened before now. It happened yesterday. Sarah watched a movie last night. The verb watched shows me that the verb happened or the action happened before now or in the past. It happened last night. How do we change the verb to the past tense? We add ed to the end at the end of the verb to change it to the past tense. I play now. I played yesterday. We bake now. We baked yesterday. If you notice here, the verb bake already has an E at the end, so we only add one E and a D. You need to know that sometimes we need to make some changes in the verb when we write it in the past tense. For example, I study now. The verb study in the past will become I studied yesterday. This verb ends in Y. Before the Y there is a consonant D, so we change the Y to I and then we add the ED. They cry now. They cried yesterday. Also the verb cry ends in Y. Before the Y there is an R, which is a consonant. So here when we changed it into the past, we changed the Y to I and then added the ED. Sometimes all of the word changes when we want to change the verb to the past. I eat now. Let's look at the verb eat. It will be I ate yesterday. They drink milk now. The verb drink. They drank milk yesterday. The verb drink becomes drank. These verbs are called irregular verbs. Here are some examples of more irregular verbs that you can use. Come, came, do, did, eat, ate, give, gave, go, went, hide, hid, run, ran, say, said, see, saw, sing, sang, sit, sat, take, took, tell, told, and write, wrote. What do we mean by the future tense? If something happens in the future, it means it will happen after now. I will play football with my friends. It means that I didn't play yet, I will play in the future. We will help our teacher tomorrow. Sarah will watch a movie next week. How do we change the verb to the future tense? We simply add will before the verb to change it to the future. I play now, the verb play becomes I will play tomorrow. We bake now, the verb bake becomes we will bake tomorrow. Now let's practice. Change the underlined verb into its correct form. We cleaned the house last night. They asked us to change it to the past. So the verb clean, in order to change it to the past, we need to add to it ed. We cleaned the house last night. Number 2. They go home after school. It says change it to the future. The verb go becomes will go. We simply add will before the verb go. Number 3. The chipmunk dig in the ground. We're gonna change the verb dig to the present. The chipmunk digs in the ground. Do you remember when we talked about subject-verb agreement? The subject here is singular, one. So the verb in the present needed an S. Number 4. The children looked at the teacher. The verb looked, I need to put it in the future. It will be the children will look at the teacher. Do you see how we removed the ed from the end of the verb looked? Because we're gonna change it to the future. We change it to its original form, to the base word, which is without an ed, and we simply add will before it. Practice more. This time, try on your own. Number 1. We see our cousins last night. The verb see is an irregular verb. To change it to the past, it will become saw. Number 2. Maha pushes the baby. We need to change the verb pushes to the past. We simply add ed. We do not need the S anymore because now it's in the past. The parents come to school. The word come or the verb come needs to be in the future, so we will add will before it. Will come. My nanny looks after me. In the future it will be my nanny will look after me. We remove the S before we add the will. And that's all for today's lesson. Please stay safe. I missed you.